Hello YouTube. Today I'm gonna go through some cards that maybe you wanna put inside a Granfia deck that came out in DBT09. Some core cards that you are required to play, and some support cards that you may think of putting inside the deck. So let's just get right into it. Your Grade 0, Kind-Hearted Prince Granfia. Auto, when this unit is rolled upon, if you win second, draw a card. Generic starter. Grade 1, Lord of the Future Granfia. Auto, when this unit is rolled upon by Genius Wise Wolf Granfia, which is the Grade 2, call up to 1 plant token to your back row center, rearguard circle. Next, the Grade 2, Continuous Vanguard Circle. If a plant token is on your rearguard circle, if your soul has Lord of the Future Granfia, which is a Grade 1, when you want to write into the Grade 3 Granfia in its card name from your right deck, you can write without discarding a card from your hand. Next, the boss card, Levian Lord Granfia. Act Vanguard Circle once per turn, cost Soul Blast 1, turn all of your plant token on your rearguard circle into plant gauge. Then call a Noblesse Rose token to your back row center rearguard circle and put all of your plant gauges on that unit. Auto Vanguard Circle, at the end of the battle that this unit attack, cost put 1 or more Noblesse Rose tokens or plant gauge in a total of up to 5 cards into the drop zone. Choose one of your rear guards, gets plus 5,000 until end of turn for each card that was put into the drop for this cost. If you put 3 or more cards, stand that unit. Then plant tokens, of course, you still need to play because this is a deck that requires plant tokens to call or generate plant tokens. And of course your Noblesse Rose token. Continuous Rearguard Circle. This unit cannot be moved to other circles, and if you have a Vanguard with Granfia in its card's name, all of the following ability will be active. When your plant token would be placed on Rearguard Circle, put it as a plant gauge of this unit instead. And this unit gets plus 5,000 for each of its gauge. When you retire a Rearguard for a cost, if it can be paid by retiring a plant token rearguard, you can pay it by discarding a plant gauge from its soul instead. So next, I'll go through some cards that you want to think maybe you can add in to your deck. Burst Piece, Auto, Rearguard Circle, once per turn. When this unit attacks, cost counter plus 1 and retire plant token, and this unit gets plus 10,000 at the end of turn. Is good. Generic card. Ren Orangerin, Auto. When this unit is placed on rearguard circle, you may call 1 plant token to rearguard circle. And Auto, front row rearguard circle. At the beginning of your battle phase, if you have a Vanguard with Granfia in its card's name, you may call 1 plant token to rearguard circle. So it's a good sort of generic Granfia plant token generator. Prod Pollen Refilus. Auto, when this unit is placed on rearguard circle, cost counter plus 1, you can call up to 2 plant tokens to rearguard circle. And another generator. Spurring Maiden Elenia, when this unit is placed on rearguard circle from hand, cost counter plus 1 and soul blast 1, choose a grade 2 or less card from the drop, call it to rear, and it gets plus 5,000 at the end of turn. This card is basically to just help you set up cards that helps you generate plant tokens. Like for example, Farming Pumpkin, rearguard once per turn. If you have a Vanguard with Granfia in this card's name, costs Soul Blast 1, call a plant token to rearguard circle. If your Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, call up to 2 instead of 1. Next, Horu Mushroom, act rearguard circle, cost, put this unit into your soul, call up to 2 plant token to rearguard circle. And if you have a grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Granfia in its card's name, choose one of your rearguards, gets plus 5,000 at the end of turn. So next, I'm going to show you how you want to set up by your turn 3. So from riding from your grade 1 to 2, the grade 1's ability is to call a plant token to the back row center rearguard circle. Then when you ride the grade 3, is when you ride a grade 3, you can call the grade 1 pumpkin to Soul Blast 1 and call 2 plant tokens. And then next, you can Soul Blast 1 card to put all your plant tokens, turn them into plant gauge, and put inside the soul of Noblesse Rose that will be called into the back row center. So from the previous slide, go into the second one, it will put into 3 souls. But if you call the grade 2, when it's called to the rear guard circle, it generates a plant token. So put inside will be 4 plant gauges. Then when it goes into the start of the battle phase, it will generate another plant token, which will be moved inside as a plant gauge in Noblesse Rose, making it 5. Then what you wanna do is to swing boosted. Your grade 1 boosts the grade 2 to swing at opponent's Vanguard 18k, and then attack with Noblesse Rose boosted with Granfia attacking the Vanguard. So by this time you would already have 5 plant gauges, which our Noblesse Rose ability is plus 5000 power for each plant gauge inside the soul, so it gets plus 25k, so it's a 30k booster, boosting Granfia, which makes this Vanguard attack 43k to the opponent's Vanguard. And at the end of the turn, you can choose to Soul Blast all of them, because you only need 3 to do the restand. So, but you can do more if you want to give it more power. So let's say I'll Soul Blast all 5, and I'll give the grade 2 the power and the restand. So giving power for each card that was removed from as plant gauge, it will be 5, so it will be 25k added to the grade 2, so it'll become a 35k beater, and it will attack the Vanguard again. So this is just a simple way of showing how Granfia sort of functions. It's a very combo heavy deck. You really need to know when and where should you require to use certain abilities to maximize the deck and playing with it. Now, would I recommend for people on building this deck? Yeah, I would, because if you play enough, you can do a 4 attack and a basic 4 attack combo, which is actually quite scary. And this deck is revolved around, you can get the cards actually quite cheap. So far, if I've seen, it's not that expensive, and it may be a good alternative to, let's say, there was another Stoicheia clan that actually requires plant token. I can't remember what else. It's the one that requires glitter. This is a good alternative that you can rely on. That is still quite good in its own right. But what is generally missing is a way to sort of increase how much you can benefit from having tokens on the field or having noblesse roles on the field. So maybe have, let's say, a card's having certain criteria for having either noblesse roles or how many plant gauges are inside, and it gains more power, or when it's soul blasted, or when it's retired using a plant gauge, you get certain more benefits. That's what it lacks right now, to be able to synergize more with the noblesse roles, because so far it's just generating more plant tokens for your noblesse roles to gain more power, but in the end it's still just a booster. You can't really use it as an attacker, because you can't move it to any other rearguard circle, because that's part of noblesse roles' skill. It's stuck in that position, and because of the fact that it's very combo heavy deck, you have to be, if your opponent can disrupt your combo plays, just like prison, it's gonna be hard for this deck to function. But against retire decks, because if you were to retire your noblesse roles, if the opponent retires the noblesse roles, you have to redo all of them again, all your combos basically, which is just wasting your resources. So I would categorize this as a fun deck to play. It's pretty good for what it seems, but needs more support for now if it wants to make it even more better. Because right now, generally the ranking for the new decks that came out for DBT09, I would rank it around the El Majesta. In terms of new deck, El Majesta is the number 1, Granfia is number 2, and number 3 would be the News Grade 3 Bruce, because it still synergizes with Final Rush. It just has an additional keyword of Final Burst. And the last would be the Vanguard, because Vanguard still needs a ton more support compared to the other new decks. So this has been my commentary. I hope that maybe you would think more. You maybe want to put some additional new stuff for Granfia, or want to wait and see how it improves. Up to you. This has been it. Goodbye.